Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Abbas Ali, a full-time orthopedic surgeon, a national level faculty of orthopedics and a part-time YouTuber. In the first part of this video, I talked about all the things you should and should not do before the exam in order to set you up for the exam day. And if you're watching this video, I will assume part 1 helped you a lot and you're here to finally nail the perfect exam day for yourself. So hit the thumbs up button if you agree. Congratulations once again on making to this part of your preparation. Reaching here itself is an achievement because lots of your friends have lost hope and given up. And you are here bravely moving forwards trying to face the exam. The game is about to end, so stay strong. Now the aim of this video is to help you navigate the exam day so that you are at the best of your performance. These final hours for which you have been preparing so hard for, they are half of your battle. These 3 or 3.5 hours is where all the hard work that you have done so far will come to life. So you have to be extremely careful. So the first thing I would like to start with is your exam day morning. See, the secret here is to actually treat your exam day morning just like any other morning. Don't do anything special or extraordinary. Treat it just like any regular day. Go through the same morning routine. This will help you stay away from stress. Have your regular breakfast. Have a good warm bath. Don't miss it. It's refreshing and invigorating. Dress up in comfortable clothes. All these things tell your brain that you're ready. You have dressed up for the occasion and you're ready to face the exam. Now, if you regularly have tea or coffee in the morning, have some. Otherwise, if you don't, please don't experiment today. This will actually make you more jittery and anxious. Best is to avoid any kind of stimulants, especially those dreaded energy drinks. So the second point is no energy drinks. Don't have any energy drinks unless you have them regularly, which again is a very questionable thing to do. You don't want your already anxious brain to light up like a Christmas tree, do you? So no stimulants. The third thing is outside the exam hall. Please start early and carry all the essential things with you and reach the hall at least a good 1 hour before the stipulated time. And also when you're waiting outside the exam hall, try not to talk to anyone that can possibly stress you out. Stay away from all the legends and toppers of your batch. If you happen to overhear someone talk about something that you can't remember or recall, please don't panic. Your brain is in the processing mode. It is turning on, and when something is turning on, you are unable to access it. So don't worry about recalling before the exam. There is no point in testing your memory right before the exam. Give it some time. You will be able to recall in the exam hall. Number 4, in the exam hall. This is where you will be fighting half of your battle. This is what you have been preparing for. So pay close attention. If you come across a question in the exam that is from a topic that you have read and are unable to recall, don't panic. Because if you start panicking and getting anxious, this will snowball into something more dangerous. After 2 or 3 difficult questions, you will be unable to answer even the simplest of questions. You'll start making easy mistakes. So don't be catastrophic in your thoughts. Don't start thinking, I am done. Sharmaji was right. I'm an absolute loser. Don't do that. Don't start fantasizing your failure. Snap out of it and keep moving on to the next question. If you stay calm, the chances are after a bunch of questions, you'll be able to recall the answer and at that moment, quickly go back and mark it. Number 5, bad patch. Sometimes you get unlucky and start from a bad patch of questions, which is a series of difficult questions that you are unaware of and you can't seem to get the answer. And when you get this bad patch, your heart starts sinking. This is the time I want you to tell yourself that sir has already warned me about this. I will stay strong. I knew this would happen. See, when I wrote my entrance exam, the first 12 questions were absolutely new to me. I had no idea what they were about. It was a horrible feeling. It was almost like the end of the world for me. Winners are the people who muster the courage to read the 13th question with the same enthusiasm as the first question. And that is probably the reason I'm here in front of you today. I mustered that courage. I fought it. I fought the fear. You have to look at each new question as a brand new opportunity. Don't take the confusion and baggage of the previous question to the next one. Sixth point, technical difficulties. See, there can be or probably will be technical difficulties in your exam. Sometimes the mouse doesn't respond or the screen turns off. I don't want you to panic. Immediately stand up and alarm the examiner. Ask him to help you. And if the process is taking longer than usual, just stay calm. Keep telling yourself it's going to be okay, it's going to be okay. You have to accommodate these kind of distractions. Sometimes there can be annoying sounds like a loud fan or distractions from traffic. Just keep bringing yourself back to the question and don't let these little distractions bug you. I can understand your pain, man. This is the real battle in the exam hall. Bringing your focus back to the question every time. This is the fight between the distractions and the focus. You have to win it. Number 7, how to mark the questions. Now this is the most important part of the video, answering the MCQs. The first question is how many answers to mark. See, the honest and the best answer is as many as safely possible. See, the numbers prove it. You can't get a decent rank by marking less. You can't be conservative in your approach and expect a good rank. You have to take risks. You have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to be on the offense. Attack as many questions as you can. Don't leave them out. Even if there is a slightest chance of getting it right, mark it. It's simple mathematics. One correct question gives you 4 marks and you lose only 1 mark if you get it wrong. So if you take a risk and say attempt 10 questions and only get 3 out of them correct and 7 wrong, you will still be in profit. And it's mind-boggling that you have so much room to play. So if you can rule out 2 options, go ahead and definitely mark it. If you can only rule out 1 option, look for 1 more hint to rule out another option and then mark it. Sometimes you're unable to rule out any option. Then in that case, I want you to try hard and look for a hint to rule out something and find an excuse to mark it. So essentially what I'm trying to say is that the real struggle in the exam hall is your ability to rule out options. And that's how you score marks. See, there will be only a handful of direct questions where you can directly mark the correct option. But for the majority of the questions, you have to actively eliminate the wrong options to mark the leftover option. And that's the real hard work in the exam. Having the presence of mind to rule out options. And for that, you need a fresh mind. And that is why you need a good night's sleep. Because the real hard work of exam is in the exam hall, not so much before it. Now the most important thing among all of this is to trust yourself. See, you have been training yourself for this exam for a very long time. And this gut feeling that you get for an answer is the result of that experience you have gathered. So trust your judgment, and once you mark an option, don't think too much about it and move ahead. Most of the students mark the correct answer the first time around and they start overthinking and then they change the answer to wrong. This happens because we doubt ourselves. If in your experience you have been a poor guesser, then don't guess as much. But if your guessing game is good, please by all means take a calculated risk. Marrow GTs would have trained you well in this regard with its guess tracking feature. If you enable that feature, it will tell you if you're guessing good or bad, and it helps you understand yourself. Sometimes you'll not know anything about the question. In that case, it's best to just leave it. These kind of questions will be there, and it's not possible to know everything in the exam. If it's new to you, it's probably new to everyone. Now the 8th and the last thing that I wanted to talk about is time management. See, time management is not starting slow and accelerating at the end. Time management is consistently managing your speed across all the questions, giving each question the same amount of time and respect. A simple rule of thumb is to do 100 questions in 1 hour or 50 questions in half an hour. And that consistent speed should be the same from the beginning through the end. Keep checking yourself every half an hour. If you're on track, it's great. If you're getting slow, it's time to put the pedal to the metal. So in summary, The first thing is, on the exam day morning, don't do anything unusual, stick to the ordinary, let your subconscious feel it's just another regular day. Avoid energy drinks, don't overstimulate your already hyper brain. Number 3, outside the exam hall when you're waiting for the exam, protect yourself from all the negative people and triggers. Number 4, in the exam hall you will come across distractions, you will come across annoying sounds. Be prepared for technical difficulties, stay focused and don't lose track. Number 5, don't panic when you come across a bad patch or a bad series of questions. Soldier through it, the next question will be better. Number 6, mark as many questions as possible. Be on the offense, take risks, get out of your comfort zone. There will be questions that you have no idea about, it's okay to leave them. Number 7, manage your time consistently from the first question to the last. In the end, remember that to perform well on an exam, there is no shortcut or cheat sheet. All these things can only take you so far. What really takes you to the top is your persistent hard work with adequate knowledge and vigorous revisions. It's your ability to think logically and, most importantly, staying calm in the eye of the storm. It's like this beautiful musical orchestra where all the instruments play together to make beautiful music, and you end it with a perfect crest. This exam is the crest of your music and it sounds beautiful. So here I am, guys, wishing you all the best. I have a feeling you will do well. Now go out there and make us all proud. I will see you on the other side. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.